Hi friends, we are going to make this leprechaun, and I know it looks pretty tricky, but it is a lot like some of the other directed drawings we've done when we did some Christmas ones and we just did a Dr. Seuss one. So if you follow along with me, and you can always pause the video to get caught up, and I'll try not to go too fast. I know you can make this. It'll be a great decoration. I'm going to just show you the tools that I have first. We always get our tools ready first. So the first thing I have is just a piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of blank white paper like this, maybe you have a piece of paper at home that you could flip over and just use the back of it. No need to worry. When you do get your tools from me on Wednesday, I'm going to give everybody just some plain white paper so you can do lots of story writing, and maybe we'll do some more of these drawings in the next couple of weeks. So you'll have plenty of paper. So if you don't have anything today that looks like this, just find something that's close enough. You're going to need your tools. So you're going to see that I have here all of my crayons really close. You're going to be using your black most of the time until we get to the coloring part. And then you need all the colors of the rainbow that we talked about. You're going to need red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and my favorite, purple. And then I'm always also going to have this lighter blue color, that sky blue that I really love. And I know that's a color lots of you like. Keep that also because we'll use that for our background. So I'm going to just move those out of the way. I'm going to make sure that my paper is standing up tall. Okay, so you don't want it going side by side to side. You want it standing up tall. Okay. Now, if your paper is standing up tall, you'll notice the top and the bottom, just like that. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is kind of put your finger in the center of the page. Okay, so find the center of the page, just put your finger there. Think about where would the middle be. I want you to find the center because we're going to draw the shape of a smile. You're going to draw a curve, and that curve is going to go right in the middle of your paper, just like that. Okay, so it looks like it's a smile. And you have about the same amount of paper at the top and the bottom. Next, you'll draw a straight line right across the top and connect this side of the curve to this side, and you're going to make your line go a little bit farther than each of the curves. Now I'm going to make the hat for my leprechaun, and I'm going to go where the curve started. I'm going to go straight up, and I want it to be more of a rectangle than a square. So I'm going to have two tall sides, a line across the top, and a line across the bottom is already there. So it could be a square or a rectangle, depends how big your paper is. Next, I'll have you make a line on both sides and another line that connects straight across, and that is going to be the brim of the hat. And then inside of that rectangle or square that you made for your hat, we're going to make the buckle. Most of the time we see pictures of leprechauns, they have a buckle. And the buckle is going to be a little square, so 4 sides that are all the same length. And then outside of that square, we're going to draw a bigger square, so another shape with 4 sides that are all about the same length. Do your best with that. Okay, so after we have the face and the hat, we're going to move down to the beard. Most leprechauns that I've seen pictures of have beards, and usually that beard is orange. Now, beards can be kind of tricky, but I remember when we made the Santa Claus, we did his beard with lots of little curvy lines. So you bump, touch that line, bump out, touch the line, bump out, and touch the line. So it's lots of little curvy lines. And after you have the beard, then you can go ahead and think about what a leprechaun has on their face. Just like us, 2 eyes, so I will use 2 circles for my eyes, a little nose, and I'm going to use an upside down curve for my nose. And then those leprechauns are always smiling, and they're usually sneaky. So I'm going to do a little sideways smile because they're usually being kind of tricky. And inside of those eyes, I'm going to do 2 smaller circles and a dot. Now I want to work on the body of our leprechaun. So I am going to move below the beard, and I'm going to make 2 lines that start kind of between where the leprechaun's chin would be and where their ear would be. So kind of in this space between that. And I'm going to make those 2 lines curve out and down and touch the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to go over to the other side and I'm going to do the same thing. Just a line that curves out and down, touches the bottom of the paper. We'll give our leprechaun some buttons. So maybe we've got room for about 3 buttons. See what you have room for on your drawing. And then I'm going to make my leprechaun waving. So I'm going to do 2 lines and a line across for that arm. Well, it's actually going to be his sleeve from his leprechaun outfit. And then from the sleeve, I will make a hand, an arm, and hand. So leprechauns are like us. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another arm and a hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like he's waving at us. So now we have the head, the hat, the face, the body. The last part is going to be the rainbow. So whenever you see a rainbow, you're always going to see the order of the colors the same, like we've talked about. So you can either start from the red and go down to the purple, or you can start from the purple and go up to the red. That's up to you. I think I might start with my red and go down to the purple. So you're going to make your rainbow be a curve. And I'm going to make 2 red lines just to get my rainbow started. When I get to the leprechaun's hat, I'm going to skip over his hat and I'm going to continue on this side. And then I'll put my red down and pick up my orange. And that's going to be where I do my orange coloring. And then I will skip down to the yellow, and that will be where I color yellow because all the rainbow colors blend into each other. And then this will be for the green stripe. And then we'll have the blue stripe. And there is a color of a rainbow called indigo, which is between the blue and the purple or violet. But I'm going to leave that color out because I don't have that in my crayons right now. And then I'll do my favorite purple. There we go. So then I can just use the rest of the time to color. So think about the buckle on the leprechaun's hat would be yellow. And just like at school, make sure when you're coloring, you're using your pointer finger and your thumb and making sure you're doing your best grip. Then I'm going to use green for quite a bit. So I think I'll put the green in the middle of the buckle because it's part of his hat. And then I'm going to do some side-to-side big strokes. Remember, your helper hand has a job. He's going to hold your paper in one spot. And this is a side-to-side shape, so I'm going to color side-to-side here. Watch for those black outside lines so that you stay inside the lines as best as you can to do your 3-star coloring. I'll do some big strokes here at the top, up and down, and side to side to color his hat. And when you come in on Wednesday to pick up your things, I will be sending home your toolbox too. So you will have your crayons from your toolbox. You'll also have your pencil and your glue stick and your scissors. And I even put an extra glue stick in there because some of your glue sticks were a little low. And I put in erasers because some of your pencil erasers were low. And what else did we put in there? I think that's about it. So you will have all the tools that you need in order to do any of the other jobs that you might want to do with mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or your aunt or a babysitter, whoever is helping you with your at-home learning while we are not in school. So you'll have all those tools to be able to use. So I'm going to finish coloring his leprechaun suit. And I know you might have another favorite color, and everybody knows my favorite color is purple, but that wouldn't be 3-star coloring because that's not the real color of a leprechaun suit. So I'm going to make sure I use green because that would be the real color. And I'll use some big strokes there. Remember, if your hand gets tired, just like we do at school, just put your crayon down, exercise those fingers a little bit, pick them back up, and finish your coloring. I'm not sure what color the buttons should be. I'm going to try yellow. I think yellow would look good. I'm going to use orange for the beard. So I'm going to color all these bubbles orange. Remember when we made Santa Claus, we left him white since his beard was white. But most leprechauns and many Irish people have red hair, just like some friends from our class, or orange hair. The one color I did forget to take out was a skin color. We've got lots of different colors that we can use for skin. Let's see what's in my box. I will keep that one out. You might have a tan in your box. Use whatever that you have. I am going to color his mouth and cheeks with a little bit of red. I'll outline that with red. I'm not sure what color. Maybe I'll give my leprechaun these bright blue eyes. And I'll do his hands. And his face. We'll shade in with that skin color. And then the only thing left would be the background, which is the sky and the rainbow. So you can work on the stripes for your rainbow. And again, make sure you're working on your grip. Practice that so when we do get back to school, everybody's hands still remember how to hold your crayon the way that we've practiced for more than 120 days or so. And you can make that stripes blend in for your rainbow. And then the last thing that we'll do once you're finished with your rainbow is give your leprechaun a name. Now, many people who are Irish have a last name that starts with Mick something or has an O in front of their name. So if we pretended that we were Irish, we could pretend that our name is different. So in the story, it was Liam the leprechaun. So you can name your leprechaun any name that you would like, or you can think about naming your leprechaun another name.